All right. We are back here at Song of the Day, coming to you from the Rock Cave. I'm your host, Mark Pierce. It is Thursday. Thirsty Thursday. For those of you who are thirsty, it is Thursday. What's going on today? How about yesterday? Tears for Fears. Enjoyed that episode a lot. Great album. That was a great album. If you didn't see yesterday's episode, check it out. What are we talking about today? It is Dealer's Choice today, and, I keep trying to tell you guys that I am trying to do stuff that we haven't done because there's so much music out there, and we are at, I'm pretty sure it's like 670 episodes, and there's still a lot of music that has yet to be covered. But Season 1 to me is rough. It's rough. Season 1 here, I don't tend to go back and look at because, we've gotten a little bit better here. But anyway, Anyway, I heard this band last weekend, and I was like, I can't just cover them once. I can't just do that. That'd be wrong. This is the Rock Cave. So we're just going to revisit it. We're going to do it again. We're going to loop back around, and we're going to talk about the J Geils Band. Yes. I don't know. Do you guys hear J Geils Band anymore? I feel like we don't really hear them. You got to seek it out. You got to play it. There's some good stuff here. Lots to talk about. Why is it even coming up? Peter Wolf just turned 76 years old on the 7th of March. So happy birthday, Peter Wolf, the Woofa Gooba, out of the Bronx, and then ended up in Boston area, Worcester, Boston. Everyone knows that story, right? But he went to Tufts. He was a painting major. His roommate was future director David Lynch. How about that? Fascinating. He started a band early in 1964, the Hallucinations. They were doing shows in the Combat Zone back when there was a Combat Zone in Boston. There was a Combat Zone through the 80s, right? They ended up being on the same bill as Velvet Underground, Muddy Waters, Van Morrison, John Lee Hooker. Anyway. And then he became WBCN's overnight DJ, their very first overnight DJ. They wanted his help. And that's when he became the Woofa Gooba, and that stuck with him. And that's when he did all kinds of music overnight. Another little bit of tidbit about him: he was married to Faye Dunaway. You guys remember that? Faye Dunaway from 1974 to 1979. But anyway, J Geils formed in 1967 to 1983. When's the first time you guys heard J Geils? If you are like me, class of 86, if you are me, the first time you probably heard them, unless you had an older brother or sister listening to them, the first time I heard it was when Freeze Frame came out. That was a huge album, huge record. We were in middle school. It was insanely huge. It was massive. And I played that record front to back to front. To this day, there are some awesome songs on there that maybe you're not familiar with. Could be a Wanderlust Wednesday thing. But anyway, that's when I heard it. And then when I moved to Connecticut, that's when I heard classic rock radio, and they were playing some of the older stuff. But they were doing one video on MTV in 1982 or 83, and that was Love Stinks. And I love that song then. In that video, if I remember correctly, the drummer is playing the drums with a couple of fish. How about that? Anyway, what a band this is, right? I mean, Boston area, Worcester area band. It's just harmonica, sax, drums, keyboards, vocals. So good. And I just listened to Freeze Frame, and then a couple of hits off the radio for years, and then an anthology came out on CD, a double CD set anthology, and I bought that, and I listened to the whole thing, and I was like, what have I been missing? These guys, their live stuff so good, their songs so good, and I was like, I have been missing out. Even later on, when I was already a fan, I was missing out to so much of their music. And so good, right? Just so good. What are we talking about today? Well, first of all, songs. I'm going to do it. I'm going to talk about their songs just because. Is there Wanderlust stuff in here? Sure. Let's talk about some of the Wanderlust stuff. Early stuff, Homework, Looking for a Love, Dead Presidents. If you don't know Dead Presidents by them, check that out. Give It to Me, of course. Awesome. Peanut Butter. Did anyone know Peanut Butter by them? Also fun. This is just fun music. Surrender, Where Did Our Love Go? They did that remake. I Do. always love when they play I Do on the radio. It's that live version. We'll talk about the live record in a second. Just Can't Wait. Of course, we mentioned Love Stinks. One Last Kiss. Also, if you don't know that one, check it out. Sanctuary, Flamethrower, Rage in the Cage, River Blindness. Do You Remember When? Those last ones are all freeze frame. So good. But they're one of those bands where that live, they had 2 live albums, or at least more, maybe they had more than 2, but the second one, Blow Your Face Out, that's the one, 1975, when your song of the day came out, Must Have Got Lost. It's Must Have Got Lost. I learned something new when I was reading about this. Everyone calls it Must Have Got Lost, and that is an eggcorn. Eggcorn's when you say something that is not quite the way it was supposed to be, but it may not mean the same thing, but it kind of means the same thing. Anyway, it's like Alzheimer's, but then calling it old timers or something. I learned a new phrase. I didn't know that. Just learned that. Eggcorn. You ever hear that before? Anyway, Must Have Got Lost. The live version is the one you need, right? Because it's all the Rapunzel, the Reputa the Buta. It's the Woofa Goofa, all that stuff. I mean, they play that on classic rock radio, and they play the whole thing. And I loved it from the very beginning. And their live music just makes you say, you know what? I would love for J Geils to play one of my parties. They should have played a shindig. That was my second today. That's all you get. Anyway, Must Have Got Lost is your song of the day. Must have got lost. I must have got lost. Must have got lost. It's all there. It's all good. Oh, I saw Peter Wolf in concert before COVID. Chris Heineman went with me. We were in the parking garage. This was just a few years ago, maybe 3 or 4 now. And we're in the parking garage a little early, and this guy gets out. He's fiddling around in his trunk with someone. And we're like, that's, what's going on over there? Okay, we kind of know what's going on over there. But anyway, he walked by me and a corner of my eye, and I was like, that guy's got leather pants on, and he's super thin. So it took my attention, and we were the only ones in the garage, and I looked up. And he was walking right in front of me, and I looked up, and it was Peter Wolf by himself walking around, and we were just this far apart. He was in a hurry, and I had a split-second decision to make. Do I stop him and get a selfie? Do I be that guy? You kind of need to be that guy, though. That would be cool, right? To be a picture with Peter Wolf. But he had a no camera thing going on with the rules for the show. So I was like, maybe he doesn't do the selfie thing. Maybe that's not cool. Maybe he'd be mad or whatever. And we were close to the front row or something. So anyway, I didn't say anything. Shoulda. Instead, I got lost. See what I did there? All right. So that's your song of the day. Another 8 minutes, people. You are getting bonus time. Just so much bonus time with me this week. Do you love it or what? J Geils. Did you guys ever see J Geils Band in concert? Some of you older guys, did you see them play somewhere? I need to know. So much good music. And just play it. Play it all. It's just so fun. It's so good. I can't keep saying it enough. J Geils. Enjoy it. Play it today. I want to hear your comments below. I hope whatever you're doing, it involves music. But today it involves J Geils Band. For sure. I'll be listening to it. Hope you do. Would love it as we roll into the weekend tomorrow. A little bit of Octane Friday. Always look forward to that. So enjoy it. Like I said, have a good one. And as usual, I'm going to do it. 670 times. Yes. I'll catch you on the flip side.